Hello, Porsche Philiacs. If you were to ask me who makes the best 1/64 scale classic looking Porsche, it would be these. This is by a brand called Makeup. They have a line called Titan64, but these are Singer Porsches, so they're not true Porsches. They're resto mods, I guess. They're totally modded out and exceptionally expensive cars in the real world. But Makeup did a really good job, with so many details. I mean, look at this interior of this guy. Anyways, I have reviews on these things, of course, if you want to look into that. But one highlight is it literally has the gas pedal and brake pedals on the floor, like the real deal. Today we might have a challenger, though. So let us see. I was perusing one of my local shops again. Had no intention of buying this originally, because it's quite expensive. But I was able to open it and at least look at it through the plastic wrap. So this is a MY64, I'm assuming that's the brand, and it's called the Kaege Retro, and Geyser Gray Metallic, I believe, is the first car. So Kaege is I'm assuming a German gentleman. He looked at Singer Porsches and was inspired by that, and instead of Singer Porsches taking 964s and making them more modern, he took a 993 to make it look older. So this is actually a Porsche 993 with all new body panels, a lot of which are carbon fiber to reduce the weight by 120 kilos and make it more reliable and probably better handling, being a 993 versus a 964. Let's see, not much to see here. Okay. So after 2,500 hours of development, they made their first car in 2016. And I believe these might be the photos of that. Of course, I could be wrong as usual. It's being a 993, this would be, I guess, it's powered by a 3.6 liter air-cooled engine, making 300 horsepower, which doesn't sound like a great deal. But one selling point of this is its reliability. And if parts do go wrong, you just get some 993 parts. You don't have to get special proprietary parts. Other than the bodywork, though. And the headlights, or the LED headlights, are proprietary. Unlike the Singer, I guess these are supposed to be 300,000 euros. So, cheaper. Still an amazingly expensive car, in my opinion, but this is a very loose cover, by the way. Alright, so that's really all I learned about it. So I never knew about this car. So collecting models helps me learn about the real world. So there's a side view. It looks pretty good. This is a resin model, by the way. It's not die cast. I find it funny. I'm going to rag on a commenter, but some commenter kind of gave me a hard time because I mentioned I like plastic bases because they way less. And then this person said, well, I only like premium models like Mini GT and Greenlight in TLV. But I have a hard time believing that this thing looks worse than a TLV. I think it's quite the opposite. But that's just me. Everyone likes their own stuff. They're Hot Wheels fans. And sooner or later I'll become a Hot Wheels fan. I mean, I like Hot Wheels, just not the expensive ones. But when you look at this model in that photo, I don't see a diecast doing that. Right? So let's get into more details here. This wooden base. Alright, this thing has a nice photo etch plate as comes standard with pretty much like mid-range models and up. I guess there's 200 of this color, or maybe 199. I don't know if they count 0. But this is actually 007. That's kind of neat. Okay, I know this also came in different colorways. And the purple version of this actually comes with a figure, probably of Mr. Kaege himself. But I like this one because it has a really funky interior. I want to see if it's better than that Titan64 Targa interior. Alright, So let's start with the side view. These Fuchs style wheels. There's a decal in the middle. And then the perimeter bolts, I think that's photo etched. You can literally see when I shift it, that reflection on that rim where the bolt details are. So that's a photo etched piece of stainless, I'm guessing, because it's literally like doing a Knight Rider reflection right there on the left side of the wheel. Pretty cool. But then the actual spokes look like they're sandblasted in black. So that's quite impressive. Now, being so dark, I can't tell if they're brakes. So let me get the flashlight out. Yeah, there's something round back there, but I have to assume that's got to be a brake system. But the spoke openings don't make it obvious. But that circle is definitely smaller in diameter than the air passages. So, how about the rear? Yeah. Maybe the caliper's on the like 9 o'clock position? I don't know. Alright. So the panel lines, you know, they're pretty nice, pretty equal. Seem okay. This door handle is literally you know, a separate piece with air. So you could actually grab it with your dental pick, or if you have really small hands. This fuel filler is a separate chrome piece and it's recessed. The mirrors here, tiny stock, is chromed, probably plastic. And, well, it's just an all chrome piece, I think. So naturally that's reflective. Okay. The side mirrors are that thin packaging type plastic, working through. And then there's some sort of, I believe, well, yeah, see, look at that. I actually focused on this back here. Tried doing that with the die cast. Okay. Yeah, there's a lip there. So this is some sort of photo etched piece of metal, probably maybe stainless, and it's glued onto the top of this clear plastic to represent the chrome molding. So that's pretty nice. So here are these LED headlights. Yeah, it looks like some two parts of a round, some sort of curved slot or something, and then, you know, it's a lens cover. So there's a lot of three-dimensionality going on behind this lens cover. What I'm actually touching with the dental pick feels perfectly smooth. So all that detail is literally behind this clear piece of plastic. And then, so this clear piece of plastic is put into a chrome piece of plastic to make this light before it's inserted. This turn signal feels perfectly smooth. It feels smooth as well. But this is a photo etch grate. You can hear me picking at it. But this resin isn't just orange in the white body, it's literally inside of a chrome piece. So, I don't know for sure, but I theorize they take a chrome piece of plastic and pour resin into it and then somehow polish it smooth. I don't know if anyone has any theories as to how they would make something this smooth and have a chrome surround. Please leave a comment. So now on the bumper we have a chrome piece, but it looks like there's a black detail in the middle of this chrome piece. So I'm going to assume this is a photo etched piece of metal with black paint in the recess that was etched away, and then it's bent and glued to this bumper. So pretty sick. Look at this carbon fiber. This looks like real wet carbon fiber. It feels perfectly smooth. So they either printed on a carbon graphic or it's a decal and then they clear coated over it. This transition has no lip to it. It's perfectly smooth. Impressive. it's nice to see this Kaege Retro here. These vents here, they do go in quite a bit. I don't know if there's going to be anything back there, but just black. Alright. Suppose if I was to nitpick, I feel like this vent is a little bit crooked. This one looks more aligned, right? This Porsche crest, some sort of foil sticker, it's pretty good. Now this one though, this might be on top of the clear coat. Yeah, I can feel that edge. I feel like there's actually a recess there for that logo, but they missed the mark. So that's too bad. It would have been nice if this was under the clear coat. But this is really smooth. So I don't know. I don't know if they just have really skilled painters, or if they paint this sloppy and then polish the whole model to make it this super smooth. It's really hard to get something this smooth. Alright. Trying to see what's going on here. Man, that is so shallow. I can't see it with my own eyes. So 4 times magnification. I still can't see it. My phone screen is too small. I mean, it looks like it's black. I just don't know if it's an opening or paint or an actual physical piece that's black. It's hard to say. I would need a more powerful magnification. There are 2 little dots here for the wiper fluid. I'm not going to pick at those, but I think they're photo etched metal. And then these are, photo etched metal wiper blades in there. You can see the etching of the axis. Some lightning holes here, and then the blades are bent 90 degrees to the windscreen. So, green lights are better than that, though, Okay. Yeah, chrome piece on a packaging plastic, and the blackouts on the back side. I believe this is an oil cap. Separate piece, recessed. The camera has a really hard time with white and black cars. It's trying to shift between the 2 colors, the 2 extremes. So I'm just constantly hitting the focus button. So I apologize if it goes out of focus. Some sort of lint or something there. I'll attend to that later. Yeah. Okay, so going to the back, we have that same treatment on the bumper. The photo etched metal with a little black stripe in the middle of it. I think you can see the stripe now. And then look at the taillight again. It's perfectly smooth, and yet there's a shiny metallic rectangle surrounding these taillights. So this is on par with the makeup ones. Look at that color separation, orange, white, red. Kaege license plate. It's a separate piece. There's actually a lip here for the plate. These exhaust tips, very thin, very round, deep. So I'm going to guess those are metal tubes, like a real exhaust. But TLV is better than that. Okay, silver exhaust system there. Chromed separate pieces. Some sort of foil sticker with the Kaege logo there. Boy, I can't focus on something so shiny. Really thin photo etched screen. I don't think those are air holes. I don't know. I kind of, that would be amazing if there's passing air there. They're just so thin, it's just insane. I mean, they're thinner, much thinner than a dental pick. Alright, back glass has defroster lines, but they're okay because you can actually see the interior. That's what defroster lines should look like. You can see the interior. And so now we have photo etched speaker rounds there. And then this interior is green. Sunroof outline's okay. Oh, I didn't notice. There's actually a rear view mirror there hanging. It's stainless steel. Wow, these seats are crazy. Hold on here. Look at that. No, but I mean, Auto World's better than that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Auto World's a much more premium thing. Don't worry, I'm going to apologize at the end of this video. I gotta have a theme for this video today. Alright, so yeah, those seats are sick. I mean, you got openings for straps and stuff like that, but it's a crazy, like, Christmas holiday pattern in there. What I'm trying to figure out is if those things are painted, printed, or decals. But unfortunately, I don't have 3 hands. And then this is 3 times magnification. Ah, boy. And then the thing is so reflective, that windscreen. I gotta get the right angle and the light in there. I think it's a decal. I think I can see like a, you know, a ridge there on the far seat, like an air pocket ridge. But I mean, it's, other than that, it looks pretty well applied. So let me get the light in from this side. Look at the door panel. It carries that wacky, you know, printing across the whole side of the car inside. Now you can see that rear view mirror easily. So the rear seats, I think they're seatbelt buckles. Yeah, see that? I think that's a photoized piece of metal with some red. Yeah, and that, yeah, that's a seatbelt buckle for the rear seats there. That's cool. So, boy. Instrument cluster, hold on here. Wow, that is crazy. Look at that dashboard. Alright, so, well, the steering wheel, you know, it looks like a 993 steering wheel. It's got the Porsche crest on it. The back of the seats also have black for those harnesses to go through. But that dashboard is just, that thing's nice. I mean, it looks like they're chrome bezels around those round gauges. And that actually is what the real photograph shows. This is now probably the nicest Porsche. Wow. There's the radio and all that stuff. I don't know if that's 3-dimensional. Look at the radio buttons. I feel like those buttons are actually sticking out. See, I don't know. If I move the light, is there a shadow around those buttons and those gauges? There could be. So, it looks like they're dimensional, but I don't know if the side mirrors actually have an insert as well. It's possible. I mean, if they're going to do this much detail on the interior, I would guess maybe there's an insert on those mirrors, but hold on here. Get the light in. Yeah, all those little knobs and switches, I'm pretty sure are actually molded. It's not just a decal with graphics. I could be mistaken. It happens all the time, but that's the impression I'm getting right now. Alright, so there's a shifter. The e-brake is suspended in the air. The shifter has a ball on top of it, right? It's not just like a vertical hot dog you'd find in a Hot Wheels. Gas pedal, maybe? I can't get that angle. Yeah, they're there. There it is. There's a gas pedal. It's photo etched. But you know, like a Johnny Lightning's better than this. Okay. If I don't have fun in my videos, I wouldn't do them. So, alright, boy, that's crazy. Yeah, there's the footrest, and then somewhere in there's a brake pedal, I'm sure, but I don't think I can get the angle right. Alright, so hold on a second. We gotta pull out that makeup model. Because I forget. See all these graphics? I think they're just a flat decal. Yeah. The round silver dials, it's nice that it's there, but it's flat. That flat dashboard. And also the radio and the blue checkerboard. I think that's all one graphic compared to that. I think that's three-dimensional. So I have a suspicion this is the nicest classic looking 911 in 164 and the nicest interior I've ever seen in 164. A lot of nice resin models, the interior paint is like sloppy. This is not the case here. The only flaw I see is that one wrinkle in that one seat. Everything else is looked flawless to me. I mean, rewind the video yourself and decide for yourself, but this is just crazy. Huh. I'm in awe. If you watch my channel, I'm usually quite negative, but it's days like this where I'm absolutely just amazed that I guess it makes up for a lot of those days where I feel so negative. Because this is just wonderful. It's putting a smile on my face. Man, this is just cool. Sorry. I sound like a repeating record. Alright, boy, let's get those other models up here. It's already 23 minutes. I do get more critical the more expensive a model is. But for me, this model costs less than these makeups. So, it's a better value. I also question the fake, I'm pretty sure this is fake leather. Although I could be wrong again. But if this is fake leather, this stuff is going to crack and peel away. And so this base is going to become garbage one day. I do like that they use this copper, or I think this is a copper plate. So that's kind of neat. It's different. I'm also going to pop this in here. It's a Fuel Me of the Gunther Works 400R, which I believe is based off of a 993 as well. And I'm sure is an exceptionally expensive, like $500,000 kind of car. And so Fuel Me always does a good job. They're not the pinnacle, but they're nice models. I guess to critique this brand though, that door handle looks a little bit blobby. It's just so... The rest of it looks so crisp, but that door handle looks like kind of just like a blobby thing. It's probably because maybe there's too much paint around it and it smooths the edges. But these things have the advantage of having separate chrome plastic pieces, so all of them have fantastic tailpipes. All of them have fantastic wheels, although these are black so you can't see them. I don't know which wheels are better. I suppose it's probably these because they have the perimeter bolts and they're separate, you know, piece of metal. So this wheel, you have a barrel, I'm sure it's metal. Then you have the center, which is probably plastic, painted black. And then you have another photo etch ring with all the little bolt patterns going around the perimeter. So I think that's like a 3-piece wheel. Whereas I think this one is a 2-piece. Maybe a metal barrel and a plastic inner. And then the fuel me is just a plastic molded wheel, 1 piece. Alright, let me give you guys a top view here. So I don't need to justify the price of anything. I buy a lot of stupid expensive things. I'm gonna be a bad influence on you. You can collect 1,000 Hot Wheels, but if you pick up a Hot Wheels, do you spend 30 minutes looking at it in awe? I just did. So, or close to it. We're not done yet. So, for me, you know, these models, they're really entertaining. You know, I don't look at them every day. Partially these reviews help me review, and I really enjoy the challenges people put up because I forget all this stuff. But going back to these makeups, I'm like, wow, those things are nice. And then it's just amazing that this is even better than the makeup models. So definitely deserves a spin on its own. Alright, well, I don't know what else to say. No quality control problems, right? I don't think I saw any misplaced decals or weirdness anywhere. I guess really maybe that one vent there might be 1 degree off or half of a degree off. 99.9% perfect is, oh, that little wrinkle in that seat. But considering, you know, I'm gonna guess it took some poor soul. Boy, how long would it take to make this, I wonder? I mean, the paint is a couple hours in itself. Someone had to decal all those seats. Someone had to glue on all these pieces. It takes a skilled person to do this kind of stuff. You know, I've built many models before, and they rarely go right. Most of my models are a disaster. Anyways, this is why I pay for these things. So this is a fine value for me. Historically, I would say resin models are not a good value, but not today. This is good enough for me that I'm happy. Now the only problem is it's good and bad. The good is I want to buy more of this brand, MY64. The bad is I want to buy more of this brand, MY64. So my wallet, you've been forewarned. Maybe yours too. Okay, so I'm going to cut it short. It's only 28.5 minutes. But man, whenever I bring this out again in like 6 months, it's probably been 1.5 years of me collecting. This is one of the nicest models. This could be the nicest model I have. This could surpass the Terzo Millennio I have. It's a totally different subject. But boy, that's a tough call. Oh, and I almost forgot. You know, guys, this is just a hobby. Collect what you want, you know. If collecting Hot Wheels makes you happy, again, I have over 100 of them myself. Those things do make me happy. It's just that I don't look at a Hot Wheels for that long. Alright, but they are nice. And for the money, they're fantastic. At least the main lines, and some of the premiums are maybe worth it. But no matter what tier that you're comfortable spending with on a luxury item, die-cast toys are a luxury, keep in mind. They're not a necessity in life. I think as long as they make you happy, that's all that counts. Heck, I collect Chorokyus. That makes no sense at all. I say it all the time. Those things are really overpriced. But I love those things too. It's weird. Two polar opposites. Thanks guys. I appreciate your viewership.